All right. Welcome again to Know the Reviews. It's been a long time coming, but we're back. We're back for some more movies, sports entertainment reviews. Welcome back. For one, I'm glad to be back. It's been a long time. It's been a couple of months at the very least. And I just like to apologize now. I'm sorry, peeps. Life been kind of busy for me, but this is this is my forte. This is my dream, and I'm just glad to be back here with the folks of Know the Reviews. All right. So today's show on top of the hour, man, we got to talk about Watchmen. Did you see Watchmen? What did you think about Watchmen? It was a 9 episodic show created by Damon Lindelof. If you know anything about Watchmen, they had the movie. It's a very prominent and exciting comic book. So it comes from that background, that universe. But Damon Lindelof, he did his own little spin on it, and look, he did a marvelous job in my book. I mean, Watchmen. Spoiler alerts for Watchmen. It's an absolutely great show. I was feeling it from start to finish. I mean, when it started off, to me, it wasn't that I didn't like it. It's just that I didn't get it. But when you get to probably about episode 6 through 9, it ties up everything. That's Damon Lindelof's style. That's how he makes shows. That's how he made Lost. And you can't go into it just expecting, flares in the beginning of episode 1. You really have to take your time with this one. And to me, it's a great show. The official Know the Review ranking of it is legendary. Big ups to Watchmen. Yeah, I for one feel like, HBO always have the best shows, man. That's one of my favorite networks. Anytime I have cable or, like now, for a long time now, anytime I mess with cable, man, I have to get HBO. I have to subscribe to HBO. So I'm looking forward to the HBO app. I have the app, but HBO to run an app without you having to have be a subscriber in a cable company. I'm waiting for that day to come, and from what I hear, it's right around the corner. We're also going to be diving into the rise of Skywalker, the newest Star Wars movie, newest Star Wars trilogy that's just wrapped up, and kind of see how you feel about that. Honestly, I was kind of underwhelmed about it. I thought it would be better, but going into it, seeing the trailers, I thought it would be better, but going into it, it's just like every other Star Wars story right now. It's no original creativity, and that's because the honorable, legendary George Lucas is gone from the franchise, and you see the gaping holes in that. Even though J.J. Abrams, let me say this, J.J. Abrams is a big time director, and I'm a fan of his. I think the way Disney has approached this whole new trilogy was a mistake from the get-go. And, I'll go more deeper into details when we get to that subject. And last but not least, also, about the rise of Skywalker, folks. Know the review ranking on that is, man, I'm going to have to get it. You might enjoy it with a little alcohol required, all right? That's official, it's good, but not great. And that's an official Know the Review ranking for the rise of Skywalker. Yeah, sorry, for my Star Wars fans. I thought it would have been better too. But we're going to break that down a little later on in the show. And last but not least, what I was getting into was the Aaron Hernandez documentary story. His troubled life. You see the documentary come out on Netflix and a couple of other networks. It's on Netflix for sure. I think it's actually on something else also. I want to say it's on cable. It's on like Rails Entertainment. And it's funny because, you know, as a sports fan, I saw that whole ordeal play out live. So, you know, when they, you know, finally brought out the documentary on it, it's like, I felt like I didn't have to watch it, you know, and I feel like a lot of the sports fans that follow sports that saw it in real time didn't really have to view the documentary. People that, you know, like, you know, i.e. my wife and different other people that don't follow sports like that, watch it. They watch it and it's just like dumbfounded. It's just like shocked. And, you know, for me, I didn't get that same reaction because I already saw it all play out live. I knew about Aaron Hernandez, his days at Florida, his days at New England, and what he was into. And it's very graphic, you know. So, you know, I'm admitting right now I didn't see the documentary. You know, I'm not going to watch it because I saw it all play out live. You know, it's just a repeat to me, information I have already been through. But we'll dive into that a little later. First, let's get back to the show. Let's get back to Watchmen. So Watchmen is an HBO show, HBO 9-part episodic episode, like I said, that just starred some great people. One of those people being Regina King. Regina King was big time in Watchmen. She plays Angela Abraham. Abar. I don't know where Abraham comes from. Angela Abar. And maybe that's short for Abraham, I don't know. But anyway, Angela Abar, she's big time in the show. Her character and the actress. Now, Regina King, you know, we all know about Regina King. She's big time, but let me just say Regina King is probably the best actress on earth right now. And not just for what she done with this show. She does everything that she touches, every movie, every role that she do. She was in the Boondocks. She did Huey Freeman and Riley Freeman versus on that show. And Regina King is just everything she does. She has no limit, no cap on her. You know, I didn't know before she did the Boondocks of her verse acting work. I didn't think, you know, she would come off that legendary, you know. And to see that verse acting, the transition from verse acting to acting on screen to acting in movies to shows, everything she does is just gold. And I can't sit up here and tell you that I've ever seen or witnessed a bad Regina King movie or, you know, bad Regina King show. Anything she's done that just was bad. So I think we have to give her props, man. Regina King, to me, she's the best actress in the game right now, hands down. I don't even know who's challenging her right now. She was big time at Watchmen. I just have to give Regina King all the props in the world. Yeah, Regina King. I mean, she deserves it. She's a beautiful woman. She's won Oscars and she definitely well deserved of it. Just to get back to Watchmen though, Jeremy Irons was another one. We all know him. He played Ozymandias in a show. He played Scar on Lion King before. He played very prominent role. He seems like an actor that kind of picks, you know, his roles, picks the roles that he wants, the, you know, roles that he fit in, kind of like the better roles. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it's not even like the better roles because, you know, Watchmen under Damon Lindelof playing Ozymandias. I'm sorry. It's not like this was a role he knew would be successful, but he played the hell out of the role. He did a great job. He's on par with Regina King. He's a legendary actor. Regina King is just the best in this show, best actress or actor right now on earth. But Jeremy Irons is, you know, he's legendary in his own way. He's not too far behind. Louis Gossett Jr. did a great job And this show is just tackled a lot of subjects that I love. Very big time performances from different people. You know what I mean? The guy that played Calvin Abar, who played Dr. Manhattan essentially, he did a great job in this show. He showed up where he needed. Watchmen, you really have to just sit down, pick it apart by each episode, and I promise you will enjoy it. Damon Lindelof, amazing director. He shed some light on Tulsa, Oklahoma City. I want to say Oklahoma City, but Tulsa in Oklahoma. The mass killings of black people in that town. He showed it on screen, and I think that was big time. I think Damon Lindelof is just this phenomenal director, writer. I guess, you could say he's a liberal, but he's, to me, he shed some light on some things in history, real life history, that light needed to be shedded on. And I think, for one, I'm just a fan of that. I appreciate that, because I'm a history guy. I love history. I'm a history buff. I love history and learning from my past and what happened and how I could be better, how I could do things better. So that's just me personally. But anytime I can see it in movies and, shows or whatnot, I think just any type of entertainment, you can reflect on history and make that a part of what you're doing. I think that's big time. So big ups to Damon Lindelof also. And now what you have to do, you have to keep in mind that Watchmen comes from the comic books. It comes from, the original Watchmen movie. Even though this version of Watchmen on HBO, Damon Lindelof version, did not take too many elements from either the comic book or the movie. It kind of just took the characters, and Damon Lindelof basically put a creative spin on it all. But I think, like I said, I think you would enjoy it. I just believe you. I know I did. I had an amazing time with it. I think Watchmen is an amazing, legendary show, which is an official Notable Review ranking. Legendary. That's the highest ranking we could dish out. And I really just enjoyed Watchmen. I really did. And I think you would too. You have to keep an open mind going into it as the superhero type of background type thing, but the show does not stay there long. It's not grounded into superhero fashions. It's actually grounded into, some real life aspects as far as what happened at Tulsa, some aspects of superhero, of course, but also just more on just life, living, people, choices, mistakes. And I think that's the genius of Damon Lindelof and Watchmen. So, like I said, just to move on with the show, Watchmen was amazing. I think you will enjoy it. It's going to get a legendary ranking, and it already has got a legendary ranking from Notable Reviews. All right, so let's move on. The Rise of Skywalker. Star Wars. The third film in this new trilogy. This one titled The Rise of Skywalker. This the taking over Star Wars, and it has not been as exciting as it probably should have been. Yeah, The Rise of Skywalker probably should have been better. Probably should have played out better. But you could tell J.J. Abrams was basically trying to, I guess, undo a lot of The Last Jedi, which was the previous film before The Rise of Skywalker, and bring elements from The Force Awakens into this third film. And even though there are some enjoyable parts of The Rise of Skywalker, you're gonna get enjoyment out of it, some parts of it, but it's a mess. It's just a mess, to say lightly. it's too long and tired.